gentlemen, let's give it up for Jessica, the Cobra Camara. And boxing out of the red corner, she comes to us tonight from Brooklyn, New York, and she weighed in at 131.2 pounds. Tonight, she wears the blue skirt trimmed with white and has a professional record of 12-4-4, and one of those wins are by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Killer Mel.
ABO belt. Both fighters have a lot at stake. And here we go. Round one. Camara versus Satanville. Oh, Camara making sure that she makes her presence felt in this opening round. She's working the jab. Satanville looking for an opening that she can. One thing about Satanville, man, she is a tough cookie. She sounds really nice. She is a sweetheart. But once she steps into that ring, she changed it. Now, there was something somebody said about her style being bipolar.
Yeah, that's what Mel said. We asked her what her style was like, you know, what does she have to bring to the table? And she says, I have a bipolar style. I have a style that's like a spicy big pot of gumbo, you know. She
got a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, good and crazy.
She knows how to box. She knows how to move. Definitely a little Tyson.
Camara, eye to down. Oh, good right to the left to the head from Camara to Seville. Seville working that jab. Both fighters in the center of the ring. Seville with a strong left right.
Nice finish up with the jab by Saintville.
Well, you know, Melissa does. She says she has the ability to box. She has the ability to brawl. She's got good footwork. She's got good head movement.
In this training camp, you know, one thing that she was really excited was getting back to the element of training with the guys. Training with the girls instead of training with the guys, because sometimes the guys hold back. But in this training camp, she was in there with some really tough girls who she was sparring with, and they let it go. And this prepared her for this fight against Camara.
That's true. You know, sometimes sparring with the guys, either one, they don't know how to pull their punches and reserve their power.
Nice work to the body by Saintville.
They hold back too much, you know, and
there's a big lump on the side of Camara's forehead already.
Wow, that is a big lump. I don't know if it was from a
clash of heads or
possibly.
On the left side.
And you see that, and that thing is starting to move. And I think Seville sees that too. Saintville notices that. Melissa, look at that. Just like Tyson, she's utilizing that aggression. And that brings us to the end of round one. Melissa Saintville versus Jessica Camara. What a fantastic round.
What a way to start a round. Saintville's definitely got right to work, establishing her distance, establishing her power combinations. And Camara has some answers for her, but Saintville's on a mission tonight.
Yeah, she sure is, and she's going to hunt that big bubble on her opponent's head. That's really bad. I'm curious if that was a headbutt or a punch. The doctor's going to look at it, so we're going to hear from the doctor in a little bit. I think the doctor's being called over to take a look at her head and to see if she's safe enough to continue.
To continue that fight. One thing about Melissa Saintville is that she's a big advocate for autism and athletes in wheelchair. Like I mentioned, she has a really big heart, and she does a lot of things in the community.
Yeah, she does. You know, that being said, that she's a big advocate and a voice for autism. Her stepdaughter suffers from autism, and I think that's one of the reasons why it plays so close to her heart, because she's a caretaker and a mother figure to this little girl.
And you see that lump starting to rise on Camara.
And that's a target for Saintville.
Yes, it is. One of those possible hits can do a lot of damage, and Saintville notices that, and she's working. She's trying. Oh, good right to the head from Camara. Camara, fighter fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
And Saintville definitely looking to make an impression on her new management team, split team management, tied into Team Empire. She's definitely making an impression right now.
Well, she's looking good in this second round. Both fighters coming out really strong, intense, a lot of energy. Both clinched into the middle. The referee breaks them up.
And that lump on Camara's head is just growing and growing with every punch that Saintville's landing.
It really is. It's starting to swell into the upper eyelid of her left eye.
And Saintville sees that. Saintville notices that. She's continuing. If you look at her eye is targeting that.
Definitely that
if I was
veteran
Camara,
Saintville.
I would be holding my left hand up a lot higher than I am right now.
Yep.
St. Phil has
body
Camara
work by
right in the
St. Phil.
corner. Works that body.
Working that
Multiple
body.
punches right to the body. Throwing power punches to the body. Camara just clinching on. Staying strong. Melissa's working that body. Comes upstairs. Works downstairs. Uppercut right into the chin. Works the jab. Both fighters back into the center
Nice
of the
work
ring.
to get her back in the center of the ring by St. Phil.
Melissa. Good.
Body shot.
Good head movement. Utilizing the bob and weave technique. Swings overhand. Good left land from Camara to Seville. St. Phil. Folks, you better remember that name, Melissa St. Phil, because you're going to see a lot from her in the future. She's doing fantastic things, as well as Jessica Camara.
Definitely using her boxing ability. And Jessica's trying to use some smart tactics here, trying to move her head. She needs to keep those hands higher.
Well, this is for the NABO world title. And good left to the chin right there from Camara. And that brings us to the end of round 2. Melissa St. Phil, Jessica Camara fighting for the NABO world title right here in the Civic Center in Hammond, Indiana. I've seen a lot of things in that round that I like from Melissa. She came out aggressive. She sees that knot in her eye, and I think that doctor is monitoring what's happening.
I don't think that's a knot. That's a planet.
Yeah, that is an extra head. She has to move 2 heads tonight, not 1.
You know,
2 heads are better than 1, not in this case.
Kay, have you ever had anything like that before?
No.
Me neither.
That's like Badu Jack type stuff right there.
Man, that's what
it's starting to look.
I mean, his face was split in half, and he fought the entire fight like that. I can't believe they didn't stop that fight. But this right now, I have no idea what she could possibly be feeling.
Well, she has all that adrenaline going through her blood. Hopefully she keeps her focus. It's not leaking, but I know it has to be a nuisance.
That pressure's got to be killing her. But then again, the adrenaline might be just shaking it off. But if anything, she would feel like she's hit by a Mack truck tomorrow.
Yes.
Camara, St. Phil, round 3. Both fighters in the center of the ring. Melissa keeping her eye on that knot. Camara knows that she's really got to fight for her life in order to stay in this bout and possibly win this world title. But St. Phil has other intentions.
Nice footwork by St. Phil. Camara trying to establish her jab, get her distance. St. Phil's just on the move. She definitely boxes very smart. Nice jab.
Good jab from St. Phil.
Nice body work. Followed up with the jab.
Both trading blows right in the center of the ring.
Camara throwing a good left hook on Seville. Looked like it rocked her a little bit. I don't know if she was just off balance or she felt that power right there.
Camara's a very tough fighter. I mean, she's showing a lot of heart in this fight, and her corner knows that she can continue. If her corner didn't think that she could continue, they'd obviously stop it. But they know that this is a really tough girl, and she's in there to win it.
Camara's a little bit of the taller fighter, so if she wants to get in on St. Phil, she has to establish that jab up and down, kind of mix it up a little bit, because St. Phil has an answer for everything.
And definitely up and down, because, you know, Seville she's so explosive and elusive, and she throws so many punches. She's got to try to slow it down. So going up and down, she's got to go more down to the body to try and slow Melissa's speed and power down.
Oh, good strong right there from Melissa St. Phil to Camara.
Have fun, man. Have fun, baby. Have fun.
With the strong overhand right from Camara. Doesn't land the punch. However, she's still eyeing Melissa down. Both fighters going strong to finish out the round. They're not stopping.
Both fighters on the move. Camara needs to stop following and try to cut her off instead of following around the ring.
So control the ring, control the pace.
Well, St. Phil's definitely controlling the pace, but if Camara's kind of following around the ring, she needs to cut her off a little bit.
One thing I don't like that Melissa's doing, though, is she's leaning to the right all the time, which is letting Camara, you know, extend that right hand, and it successfully landed on St. Phil. St. Phil's got to, you know, slip to the left, step to the left a little bit more, because she keeps going to the right. So since she keeps going to the right, Camara is able to read that, time it, and see it, and say, oh, well, she's just going to go in the same direction again. Exactly. So let me just throw my right hand, I'll land it.
One thing that's been really exciting, and we have to give a special shout out to the McGee House of Champions, are the women's fight in this card. Let me tell you something. Right now, with the performances of all these women that have been on this card, and especially between these two, I see an opportunity right here to bring up the topic of equal pay. Because these women should be paid the same as men.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're bringing it, they're sacrificing their life, they're training, and they're doing it for themselves, for their family, and for the fans.
And they're doing it full of skill, charisma. I mean, they're focused. Even with the lump on Camara's head, she's focused. She's still trying to get in and get effective punches on. This is a great fight for women's boxing and boxing fans all over.
It sure is. And, you know, like some men, they take a beating like that and they can't even continue. You know, so women have so much to offer the sport. We're so tenacious. Our tenacity and ability to endure pain is just amazing. That's why we last and we can go the distance most of the time. And you see each other cut each other, knock each other down, and we keep coming back stronger every time.
As a fight fan and as a boxing fan, when I see gladiators in the ring, that's all I see. It doesn't matter if they're a man, if they're a woman. Once you're in the ring, you're a gladiator. And these are gladiators in the ring.
Well, I like that you say that, because that's what we're trying to change. We're trying to break the stereotype. We're trying to have the fans and the viewers and the old school viewers see us females as not female fighters, but as athletes, as champions, as fighters.
Indeed. And this performance right now from these two fighters, I think it's going to make a statement. Camara has Saintville right against the rope. Saintville trips, but she finds her ground. Good left from Camara.
Nice
Good
lead
leading overhand right by Saintville.
Oh,
another one. She's finding a place for that.
Oh, but she
Right.
just got caught by
Yes, she
left
did.
hook by Camara.
Good body
Saintville
shot.
can come back with her hands up a little higher.
Yes,
Nice combination.
Oh, good shot right
Nice
there.
exchange inside.
thinking the same thing.
Melissa,
Melissa
Camara.
trying to use her feints.
yes, she is.
It's always been an
Good
interesting
combination.
word in the boxing world, feint.
The feint.
The feint.
Some call it a fake, some call it a feint.
Real ones call it a feint.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we're calling. Oh, good
Nice
strong
one,
right
too.
there from Camara.
No, that lump doesn't seem to be affecting her at all.
Nope.
Probably
She still
looks a lot worse than it is.
No, she's definitely focused and trying to be effective.
I think you said something really interesting, Champ, is when you said the adrenaline is rushing. Once the adrenaline is rushing, you don't really feel that.
No.
I mean,
She said she was on a mission. She's very focused. She was very focused in this camp, so I know that doesn't even really have any effect on her whatsoever right now.
absolutely. She said coming into this bout, she felt great, and she's looking great. Both fighters are looking great. And that concludes round 4. Melissa Saintville, Jessica Camara.
This is Camara's first 10-round fight, so she has a lot of pressure on herself and a lot to prove that she can last 10 rounds and fight these title fights.
And
She
that's
wants a world
something.
title.
That's something to get a bubble like that on her head in the first round or two, and have to go the rest of 8-9 rounds with something like that. This being the first time she's fighting 10 rounds. That's something, but she's showing a lot of heart and resilience right now.
Absolutely.
Well, this is the biggest fight of her career.
This is a
She's
very
not.
good fight.
Yeah, this is the biggest fight of her career. She's not taking it light, and she knows what's at stake tonight. So at that first round, she was not throwing in the towel. She said, "Hey, look, I've trained hard. I came all the way from Canada for this fight. I'll be darned if I just go ahead and quit. No, no, no." So she's going to fight it out, and it's been a slugfest. Let's get ready for round 5. Melissa Saintville versus Jessica Camara. The referee has both fighters at their corners, then brings them in. Referee for this bout is Scott Huff.
Again, big shout out to Team Empire, also Split Team Management, for helping to put Mary McGee House of Champions card together. This is an amazing card, very competitive fights. This is well matched.
First class. Everything that's been happening between these fighters look good. I'm excited for what the potential is that we can see right now from McGee House of Champions. Camara.
With that lead right hand.
Oh, good
Nice
left
left hook.
right there from Melissa. Melissa consistently moving. Camara cutting that ring off. Melissa
Definitely looking for that lead right hand.
Oh, good body blow right there. Melissa, both fighters clinched.
Definitely good body exchange by both fighters inside. They're trying to take advantage when they're in the clinches to get those body shots off.
And it's been effective so far. Oh, good left to the
Saintville
body.
looking for that lead right hand, targeting that lump on Camara's head.
I'm hearing Saintville's corner screaming out instructions to her, and they're telling her to double the jab. They're telling her double the jab, don't wait too long, double the jab and step to the right.
Both fighters against the rope, clinched up. Referee breaks them up, brings them back in. She's got to carry more. Oh, good strong right there from Melissa. Camara, corner, oh, lands the left right into the chin. Lands another left hook to the chin of Melissa Saintville.
Good 1-2 by Melissa Saintville.
Definitely,
She stepped in with both those punches, which I want to see her commit more. She's taking up a lot of time on the outside, and she's
Nice
kind of a
finishing
little
up
too
with the
far
jab.
out.
Camara seems that she's getting a little bit more comfortable as the rounds are going. I mean, it's a long fight. There's 10 rounds in this fight.
Nice
oh,
right
good
hand.
strong right. Powerful right into the face of Camara from Melissa St.
And that was good. I think that's what Melissa was trying to set up. You know, she was looking for that leading jab with the overhand right. And the last few seconds of that round, she successfully pulled it off because that right hand was strong and effective. So let's see what she comes out with the next round.
She found it. She definitely found a hold for that 1-2 at the end of the second half of that round.
Well, Melissa St. Ville has been in the trenches, so something like this is nothing new to her. She likes fighting. I mean, she's been born fighting. She's been fighting standing up against bullies. And Jessica Camara thinks that she can bully Melissa St. Ville. She got another thing coming.
Yeah, you can't bully this girl because that's what she stands for. She stands for anti-bullying. As a young girl, she just had to come through so much adversity in her life. And that's why she's such an advocate for domestic violence. You know,
And ladies and gentlemen, let's cheer these warriors on for their sixth and final round. I'm sorry, 6 rounds out of 10.
And she's here, you know, in the ring. She feels that she's always the underdog. So whenever she feels that she's tested and being put down and bullied, she's going to stand up and fight not only for herself, but for everybody else.
And she's making it look good at the same time. We're here at round 6, Melissa St. Ville versus Jessica Camara. Camara hunting Melissa St. Ville down. That knot on her eyes consistently growing. If Melissa St. Ville can land one power punch right into that area, I mean, it could do a lot of damage. Camara lands a combination right into the chin. Oh, good right into the face from Melissa.
Hands up after you punch, bro.
Both fighters right in the center. You can hear the corner telling Melissa to keep her both hands up.
Yeah,
Keep
she's
the
getting a little
hands
bit
up.
too comfortable moving with her hands down. So even though she's on her bicycle and having very effective movement, you still got to keep your hands up just for those punches coming back. Because Camara's answering back every time.
Yeah, and Camara's looking like she's just getting a little better, getting momentum each round as they go on. She's getting warm, she's getting comfortable. That adrenaline's working for her.
Yeah.
The first rule of boxing, always defend yourself.
Defend yourself at all times.
Defend yourself at all times.
Protect yourself, defend yourself, same thing.
Camara hunting Melissa St. Ville
Nice
down.
1-2, 1-2.
That's good. That's what I want to see more of from Melissa.
Yep.
Coming forward, throwing combinations because she's got so much power and strength. And when she does come forward and pressure Camara can't really answer her back the way she would want to.
I tell you, when I look at Melissa St. Ville, I say her style is like a big pot of gumbo. I mean, it's so versatile. She's doing so many different things. Now, is that throwing Jessica Camara off?
I mean, Jessica seems to try to adjust to it, but I mean, Melissa St. Ville has such experience, so she's going to keep switching up to try to keep Camara on her toes. But Camara's game, she's still trying to come back.
1-2-1. Go right back to him.
Good straight left from St. Ville right into Camara. Camara lands the body, right to the body, another right to the body. Both fighters clinched in the center of the ring. And that brings us to the end of round 6.
I think Camara needs another game plan, though, because she's still only kind of keeping it really basic. She needs to switch it up just like St. Ville switching it up at this point. St. Ville has the ability to keep adjusting. Camara needs to switch it up a little bit, set the pace and stop following St. Ville around the ring, maybe cut her off a little bit.
And I think St. Ville needs to shorten up her distance and her movement so much because she's stepping out just a little bit too far where she's then in the position where she has to wait a little longer to capitalize on her punches. So the footwork is great, but shorten it up and step out just enough to counter at a different angle than rather going all the way out and having to reset coming back in.
Yeah, she's stepping out of her distance and the opponent distance, so she has to keep restarting.
Yeah, has to keep resetting.
What a great round 6 from Melissa St. Ville and Jessica Camara. They are fighting for the NABO world title right here in the Civic Center in Hammond, Indiana. And let's get ready for round 7. Both fighters in the center of the ring. Melissa St. Ville throws it right, Camara. Consistently following St. Ville.
Nice work to the body by St. Ville.
Good body work by St. Ville, and she kept her hands tight that round, so she's listening to her corner, and I hope to see her continue keeping a tight guard because it looks good. It looks better when she throws it like that.
What are you liking from Camara once she's doing?
You know, I like Camara that she's settling in more each round. She's getting more comfortable. She looks confident. You know, she's not going too far back. She's coming forward. She's giving Melissa a fight. She's not showing any body language that she can't handle this. She's showing that she is worthy and deserving to be in this ring and that she's a champion.
Good right smash to the face from St. Ville to Camara.
I'd like to see Camara try to double up that jab to get in on St. Ville.
Jab right hand in the box.
And I think her corner feels the same way. Camara looking to find if she could really make some contact with Melissa, but Melissa St. Ville is just moving a little bit too much for her. Now, in a
That's why
position...
she's established that jab so she can find her. You know, the jab is always going to find your opponent.
It's true, but you know, the one, if I can see Mel do more of, like, she's moving, and that's great. But she'll move and then she'll come in really quick. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You know, I want to see her come in more and put that pressure. If she's gonna do the in and out style, that's great. But she got to go more in than she's going out.
Well, Camara's really gonna have to make a statement in these last rounds because Melissa St. Ville is looking really good. She's light on her feet. Oh, good combination. Another right smash to the face. Right there from Camara.
Good body shot by Melissa, coming up with a left hook to the head. A good 1-2 by Melissa St. Ville.
Last 10 seconds of the round.
They got to leave
Nice
it up.
lead hand right by St. Ville, followed by a left hook.
Camara, lands with a strong right. Both fighters making contact on that final play right there, that round.
What, maybe even after the bell, but
maybe after the bell. But hey, when you're a fighter, you got to keep fighting, right?
oh yeah, no, it's believe me.
Yeah, you never stop fighting.
We try to follow the rules, but then again, we don't follow the rules.
But I mean, how does rules really apply itself when you're in there trying to protect yourself?
Well, like for instance, you mean just now, and like hitting after the bell. Well, sometimes it's just instinct and reaction. It happens, you know. It's not done purposely. But if a fighter can get away with something when the ref's not looking, we're gonna do it.
A little shoulder check, little after bell action, never hurt nobody. It makes it a little more juicy, you know?
What a great round 7 for Melissa St. Ville and Jessica Camara. Melissa St. Ville has a record of 12-4-4. She's 36 years old and she's fighting out of Brooklyn, New York. However, right now she has just moved to Buffalo, New York, but she still comes to Brooklyn to train during the week. And one thing about Melissa St. Ville, she's faithful and she stays prayed up. Camara is a 31-year-old fighting out of Montreal, Quebec. And here we are with round number 8 of this 10-round fight.
And Camara has never been past the 6th round, so she definitely has to dig down deep and get through these last rounds.
Well,
that's going to be a big test for her tonight because Melissa is not an easy walk in the park at all. She's one of the toughest opponents, toughest in her division.
She's a seasoned veteran, promo world champion. She's fought world champion. She's been in there with everybody.
Jessica Camara is a pretty tough girl as well. You know, she's coming in here and she's making sure she asserts her power. However, Melissa say, oh, good combination. Left, right to the chin.
Nice. She's looking into a corner.
Yes, that corner telling her to work that 1-2
quick, and she threw a nice 1-2 quick.
And she's consistently utilizing it. Now, Camara's corner, on the other hand, is a little quiet. What do you think is going on in their feeling right there?
I find that a lot of corners from Canada, you tend to be a little bit on the quiet side. I mean, there's really no instructions being screamed, but I mean, I'm sure there's instruction being told to her when they sit down.
Is that a rule there? Because I know at one time in New York, they tried to change the rule where the cornermen were not allowed to talk during the round.
It might be just something that they do culturally there. It's just a little different. I'm not sure if it's a rule. It may be.
Well, I think the number one thing is when you're in training camp, you prepare a fight plan. The corner probably trusts that she came through with the fight plan, and like you said, when she comes in between rounds, he tells her what he needs her to do, and then he just trusts his fighter to get out there and execute. Referee breaks him up, brings him right back in.
You know, that's true, too. That could possibly be the reason. Also, Melissa St. Ville comes from a very animated, loud, active corner. They'll be screaming all night long.
And that's what keeps her going. I mean, some corners, if you're screaming at them, they might get nervous.
Yeah, you know, because there is a time where it could be too much, too excessive.
Sure.
And the corner will continue to repeat, and that could really...
Good effective round by St. Ville and Camara. This is definitely a competitive fight, very technically sound fight on St. Ville's part. I'm liking the way she's boxing.
Well, that brings us to the end of round number 8 for the NABO World title. Melissa St. Ville, Jessica Camara. Melissa St. Ville, she said her style is bipolar. And she's definitely looking like she's got a lot of different things happening.
She has a lot of things on her mind in that corner, Jessica Camara. There's a lot of things on her mind.
Hey, well, I got to give it to Jessica Camara because she's still fighting.
Oh, absolutely. She's showing her toughness, her heart. She definitely came here with the game plan, and she's not going to stop until that last bell rings.
As a champion, You're in a fight for 10 rounds for a championship belt. You get a knot like that in your head in the first round. Does that stop you? Do you
No.
think about that?
Not at all. I have a game plan. Anything can happen in that ring, and when we're in training camp as fighters, we know anything can happen. We prepare for war, so we're ready for war.
And if you're a real fighter,
that just kind of gives you a little bit more motivation to get busy.
This sport, it's not for everybody. So,
Definitely isn't for the
you either
weak-hearted, I'll
have it-
tell you that.
Yeah, you have it or you don't have it. So, Camara's a true champ. She's a true fighter. She's got it because she's in there with this friggin' planet on the
Pitbull.
side of her head.
I mean,
Little
yeah.
Tyson, she's definitely living up to her name.
Well, Camara has a record of 7-1, you know, so she has a lot at stake as well. And like she said, this is the biggest fight of her life. Good left hook from
And
St.
Camara's
Phil.
coming off of 3 good wins after coming off a tough loss to get knocked out by Natalie Brown. So she's definitely stepping it up, and she knew that during training camp.
She is the younger fighter at 31 years old. Melissa St. Phil fighting at 36 years old. The fighter out of Brooklyn, New York.
I definitely got to give Camara her respect for stepping it up against this opposition. I mean, St. Phil is such a decorated champion, a decorated fighter, so she's definitely stepping it up.
I speak a lot about Jessica Camara's heart right now because she's showing a lot of heart. There is nothing that is going to deny her or stop her from finishing this fight. It's round number 9, so she wants to finish strong. And who's to say that she can't land a powerful punch and get the knockout? Good, right?
She's definitely came out a little bit more aggressive this last round.
And she knows what's at stake. You know, with a fight like this, especially for a title, I mean, you got to bring it. This is a world title.
Yeah, this is
Good.
definitely world title worthy right now.
Yes, it is.
It's definitely a world title fight worthy.
Melissa St. Phil with the 1-2. Jessica Camara cutting that ring off. St. Phil steady moving, steady grooving. Look at her now. She's just dancing pretty. Lands the powerful right. Oh, lands a
Nice
powerful,
one, too.
another strong left right to the chin. Another left hook.
Now Melissa looks real comfortable, like she's having fun in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
does.
she sees it.
Nice
She
1-2
senses
by St.
victory.
Phil.
She said her goal is just to win. That's what she wants to do. She wants to win this fight. And she's looking good. She brought her A game. So
She
that
brought all the gumbo.
yes, she
All the
did.
gumbo. She has the special rice at a combination at a Chinese restaurant right now. She has everything in that recipe right now.
Does.
Yes, she does. Hey, we are getting ready for the 10th and final round for the NABO Women's World Title between Melissa St. Phil and Jessica Camara. You see, boxing requires a lifetime of dedication and sacrifice. Success in boxing depends on being better trained and in better condition than your opponent. A boxer who's not willing to rise early to get her road work before spending long hours in the gym developing her strength and skill will find herself doomed to embarrassing defeat. However, both these
All right,
fighters
ladies and
have
gentlemen,
trained
this is
really
our
hard,
10th
they're
and
coming for
final
this
round.
10th and
Let's
final
make some
round
noise.
for the NABO World
These
Title.
girls are gonna come out swinging. I just know, and I have that feeling.
And you can definitely sense the dedication between these two fighters, and they're going to finish out strong. Melissa St. Phil, Jessica Camara, strong right from Jessica Camara to St. Phil. Jessica Camara, she's looking to give it all she can in this 10th and final round. Right to the body. Camara landing those body punches. Referee breaks them both up, brings them back into the center of the ring. Good left from me.
Nice double jab right hand by St. Phil, landed right on the chin of Camara.
Looking very, very powerful. That's what I'm talking about. These fighters are getting it on.
Nice head movement.
St. Phil senses blood. She's going to have to finish this 10th and final round.
Camara
Good.
giving it all she got.
Good body shots. And you know those body shots give you points, and that's what she's going for. She's saying if I could just land some hits, I can get some points. As long as it's clean. You hear her corner. Her corner is making sure that she utilizes that overhand right because they see that opening. Now, Camara has her guards down. Is that affecting her in any way in this bout, or should she keep her guards
She
up?
should keep her guard high, very high.
Both of them should because, you know, Camara's even
Nice
has had
lead
some
hand right
success on Melissa as well. Both girls should have a high guard and just continue to fight and protect themselves.
Both fighters clinched. Referee breaks them up. Brings them back into the center of the ring.
Nice lead hand right by St. Bill. Nice
Oh.
body work by Camara inside.
See, you could hear St. Bill's corner telling her, after you punch, bring your hands back. Because Melissa's doing some great things, but then she gives it away because
Bringing her
she's
hands
in
low.
the range of Camara and her hands are down to her side.
Referee Mark Nelson breaks them up, brings them both back into the ring.
Last 10 seconds.
Last 10 seconds for the NABO World Title fight.
Nice work by
Both
Camara.
fighters up against the rope. Camara trying to land as many punches as she can, and that brings us to the end. Round 10, Melissa St. Phil versus Jessica Camara. What a fight, what a bout. Oh my goodness, I mean, it was exhilarating. It was exciting at points. The planet, as some call, on the side of Jessica Camara's head, that didn't affect her at all.
No, it didn't. I want some bacon with that egg, though.
Girl, that was a good one. Hey, yeah, damn, that didn't affect her at all. She's
Not at all.
extremely tenacious.
Melissa St. Phil speaking to us right here. She sees the fans. She throws all the love to all the people out there in Brooklyn. Look at her. She just partying. She grooving. She sees that she claims that she got a world title bout. Doctor wants to check on her, but the doctor's making sure that she's all right. And nothing's affected her. Fantastic
She's definitely
bout.
feeling that victory.
Well, you know what? Melissa St. Phil said she was really excited about getting in there with her trainer, Leon Taylor.
Definitely.
How effective is Leon Taylor as a trainer working with Melissa St. Phil?
He's one of the top trainers. I've known Leon for a while. He definitely trains some of the top fighters. He knows his stuff. He's old school, and he knows his fighters. He's very passionate about his fighters. He cares about his fighters. He has a good eye for the sport. He's one of the best.
Yeah, he definitely is one of the best. Definitely trains some of the top fighters in the world. Including me.
We don't say it, he does.
He really does.
I was kind of giving you that.
Giving me the elbow. Yeah, no, but he's a great fighter. He's a great, I'm sorry, he was a great fighter back in his day, but he's a great trainer now, and he has eyes that no other coach has. He's able to see things that a lot of other coaches aren't able to see. That's why his fighters are some of the best fighters, and he has such a heart for us, such a heart that he cares and gives everything he can to all his athletes. He's a good man. And that being said, Brian Cohen, we can't forget about Brian. Brian and Leon are a good team. They work with a lot of fighters together. You know, Brian, again, we said earlier, manages me, manages Kay, manages Melissa, manages Ebony, manages
And again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give these two warriors one more big round of applause.
I mean, St. Bill's corner is filled with
And ladies and gentlemen, for the NABO Female Lightweight
We
Championship,
have Brian
we
Cohen,
go.
one of the hottest managers, most matchmaker, promoter. He does it all.
Well, let's go to Tina Colon.
And Patrick Morley
What's the
both
judges'
scored
decision?
this bout at 96 and 94. And Alan Rosen scored this bout 96 and 93. Our winner tonight by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Killer Mel.
You're crazy.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're running a little bit short on time, so we've got a change in our schedule.